All right, it is the Patriots and the Bills for the third time this season. The New England Patriots fall to the 6th seed in the AFC, where they will now travel to Buffalo to take on the Bills, who won the AFC East, finished the season with a 27-10 win over the Jets, and as the number 3 overall seed. Evan, we talked about how this is a matchup we might want to see because various reasons. The familiarity, the Bills might have given the Patriots their best shot last time,
Yeah.
chance to kind of do things on their terms this time, throw that first game out, the snow game. Might have been a good matchup for the Patriots, but way the Pats have been playing lately and the way Buffalo has looked, I'm not so sure anymore.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about the Patriots no matter who they drew in this wild card
Exactly
game.
right.
But I think the good thing is like you hinted at there, they know what not to do against the Buffalo Bills.
Yep.
So because of that week 16 game, they can look at that game and they can say, okay, defensively, if we allow the Bills to turn this into a game of flag football again, and it's Josh Allen running around and it's Josh Allen making throws down the field to receivers against man coverage, and there's no jams, there's no redirect, there's no physicality at the line of scrimmage, and we're not out muscling and bullying them up and down the field defensively, we're going to get torched. And that's exactly what happened the last time. They got caught in that between phase of, are we containing him? Are we pressuring him? They let him out of the pocket. They let him extend plays with his legs. And then when they actually got situations where they were just rushing for and he wasn't looking to run, they didn't apply enough pressure on Allen. So can you get after Josh Allen and take advantage of the Bills offensive line? Can you beat up the receivers at the line of scrimmage? Maybe more importantly than generating a pass rush for the Patriots with their front four or with blitzing or whatever the case may be, is can they jam, hold guys up, redirect guys, and throw off the timing enough of this Bills offense that you can get after Josh Allen. I think a big reason why they couldn't cover in the week 16 game is because of how little resistance there was at the line of scrimmage, and those plays were time and time again just hitting on time. Right there was no time to get to the quarterback. So I think that's a big thing for this team. They have to be the bully. They have to bring physicality on both sides of the football. Offensively, they have to run the football. They still ran the ball effectively in week 16. Damian Harris ran for 3 TDs, over 100 yards in that game. So they still prove that they can run against Buffalo. So running the ball down their throats offensively, like they did in week 16 and in week 11, incorporate some play action stuff off of that. Know that Buffalo on third down is probably going to try to take away the middle of the field, and build complements to your passing game to allow Mac Jones to attack outside the numbers, stay ahead of the chains more often than in week 16, where they were in a ton of third and longs. Those are the answers, right? They know all the answers to this game. Now the question is, can they go out there and execute it? But at least from a game plan standpoint, they have a ton of familiarity with this opponent, and they know exactly what they have to put out there to beat the Bills.
Definitely true. What do you think about Mac Jones in his first playoff game? Now he's faced the Bills twice. Might
Yeah.
that help with some of the playoff nerves simply because you're eliminating at least one unknown here where you're going against somebody that you've seen a couple of times? I actually think that might be one thing that bodes in Mac's favor.
Yeah, it's a good question because we haven't seen the best Mac Jones over the last couple of weeks, and now it's a big spot for him in a big playoff game. If I'm the Patriots, I'm doing everything in my power, and I'm not talking about only throwing the ball 3 times like they did in the windstorm game, but I'm doing everything in my power to make Mac Jones at least a game manager sidecar in this game than somebody that has to have a lead role in the victory. And I also look at what the Bills did last time. They played a lot more man coverage than what the Patriots anticipated. They're typically a pretty heavy zone coverage team. They came in and played a lot of man. They played a lot of inside leverage, right? They knew that the Patriots are going to try to throw the in-breaking routes, the crossers, the stuff over the middle of the field. So they're playing a lot of man-to-man with inside leverage. So if I'm the Patriots, I got to trust Mac Jones from time to time to throw the ball outside the numbers and break off of leverage, right? If the guy's sitting inside of Jacoby Myers, he's got to be willing to break outside and take the ball towards the sideline and be able to have Mac Jones make those throws. So they got completely outcoached in week 16. I think
Yep.
that was a really good place to start with that matchup. As much as the players were at fault for a lot of the things that went on that field that day, the coaching was, they got completely out game planned and out schemed by Sean McDermott, Leslie Frazier, and Brian Dable. So this time around, they have to give Mac Jones a better key, better game plan, just a better keys for success in this game than what they did last time. Otherwise, it's going to look a lot like Week 16.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that, you throw out that first one, but just in terms of statistically, Mac Jones, that's his roughest game of the year,
Yeah.
14 for 32 with 2 picks, and that was a real tough one. All that being said, the Patriots did make it competitive at a point, despite the fact that the Bills played a very clean game and the Patriots played a pretty dismal game, start to finish there. So again, we've made this point a ton on all the various shows we've done here. There's no team out there that's head and shoulders above everyone else. So it's doable, but the Patriots have to play a lot better than they've played the last, few weeks here of the season if they're going to have any hope. Again, this matchup we're going to be
talking faster. That's for sure.
Start faster. Exactly. You went down to the Bills early. Again, that's the theme in their last 3 losses, going down early and scrapping their entire plan and playbook and what they're trying to do because they just weren't able to. So yes, got to get out faster. We'll see what the weather's going to be like as well, how that factors in. We'll have content throughout the week, of course, previewing the game. Evan will be headed down to Buffalo, but up until then, all the stuff, game film analysis, interviews, segments from Gillette Stadium, previewing the matchup over on our YouTube channel, Patriots Press Pass. So please subscribe, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Share it with everybody else. Share it with your buddies in Buffalo. We love the guys out in Buffalo. It's always a fun matchup there. We have a lot of fans out there as well. And follow Evan, of course, over at clnsmedia.com. Until next time, see you later.